Welcome to Shy Music Live. Glad you're here with us today. I've got a great performer here tonight, but I'm hoping that you stick around with us. Make sure you sit, relax, and enjoy this beautiful performance. My name's Victor Camacho, and we're going to have a great time with Paolo Apuli today. Paolo is actually a up-and-coming star, I believe, in the blues world. So hopefully you'll listen to the same things I've been listening to and understand that, hey, he has got something. So we're really happy to have him here today. So, Paolo, how's it going?
Good, man. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. I know you were at the International Blues Challenge in Memphis back in January. And that came out of the Windy City Society Challenge at Buddy Guy's, right? So.
Yep. Yeah, the Windy City Blues Society hosts that blues challenge every year.
Okay.
And I actually tried last year, and we didn't make it, and then tried again the next year, and then we ended up winning. So
Sure.
that was awesome.
Nice. How'd that go over there in Memphis?
It was cool. It was it really woke me up to like that. There's a lot of people who really like the blues, which is great, and all the different bands it was pretty inspiring to see them. And then everyone's dressed up to the nines kind of thing.
Sure.
Like, okay, those guys really trying, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But yeah, you got to see those like people, different bands with their outfits, the way that they played their songs. It was cool experience.
Nice. So give us a little background. I mean, let's tell us about yourself and how you got started in music and what kind of drove you to this point.
Okay. Well, I've been playing for maybe over 20 years now. So I started when I was like
5?
No, like maybe 11, 12, I picked up the guitar.
Okay.
I picked up the drums first. So that was my first instrument. My brother got a guitar, and then little by little we started playing. And then I saw like an instructional video showing you how to play guitar, and I was like, I think I could do that, like learn how to like read diagrams and stuff.
Sure.
So it made sense to me, and I started playing more guitar than I did drums.
You just dropped off the drums and just took on to the guitar, huh?
It was like a transitional. So I used to play like drums in the band with my brother and stuff like that. And then, eventually I recruited my little sister to be the drummer. That didn't last. But she learned how to play and everything.
Yeah.
And then, we've been doing that since we were a kid. And then.
And do they both still perform, your brother and sister? Or?
My brother does. My sister's a teacher now, but she's a dancer too. And
Okay. So still music.
Yes, she's still got it.
Inclined in that way. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, that's great. So I guess the next question is, what parts of your background influenced you going into the blues, and what you felt kind of took you there?
I would say a lot of it was my dad's like CD collection, his record collection. He had a lot of like early rock, big mix of stuff like blues. Some jazz, like Sinatra. Like I kind of listened to different things. I was like, I would take it, listen to it, like that's cool, and then pick out a different one.
Sure.
And that's how I discovered like Stevie Ray Vaughan, Eric Clapton, Buddy Guy, B.B. King. It was just all through my dad's collection. Jimi Hendrix.
Nice.
He got all kind of music. Barry Manilow, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like all that kind of stuff.
Sounds like my kids. They used to listen to everything. They're pretty much they're pretty eclectic with everything that they listen to as well.
Yeah, he showed me like a lot of good singer-songwriters. He's just really into like American music. Was this the American rock music, and
right.
That's how we got into it.
Nice. So what do you hope people feel when you're performing?
I hope they feel good, one, happy, moved in some kind of way, and just they feel like what's coming out of me is like authentically me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want them to feel like all the hard work that I've done, like in the behind the scenes, just like playing, trying to get good. Hopefully it translates,
And it comes out naturally and, like you said, authentically. So where they're actually feeling what you're feeling.
Right, like not faking anything.
Right.
Yeah, it's coming from the soul. I guess that's my main, what I'm trying to say here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Which makes sense. I mean, when you perform, that's exactly what you want. You want people to kind of feel what you're feeling, when the music's coming out. So So anyway, as I said earlier, you were part of the challenge here for Windy City Blues Challenge. You went out to Memphis, and you actually performed a song at the Windy City Blues Challenge. Can you talk about that? Because they were kind enough. They're friends of Shy Music Live. I mean, they really enjoy being a part of what we're doing and the part of our mission. And Dave Madliner, who's basically a director over there that provides us some video from time to time, and provided us with video of your performance there during the challenge. The first song, I think you know it. Which is what's the name of this first song? What influenced you? What kind of? Yeah.
This song called "Be Ready." It's a song I've kind of had for a while. It has influence from like Curtis Mayfield. He's got a song called "People Get Ready." So it kind of like just went off from there.
Okay.
Like kind of, it's about just kind of like being open to like where life's gonna take you. Kind of having like faith in unknown things. Just kind of like knowing that you're gonna be able to get over, and find the next thing.
Okay, great. Shy Music Live listeners, here you go. Here's a performance by Paolo Apuli. It's called "Be Ready." Enjoy it.
Sister say, people get ready, I'm gonna be ready. Oh, that golden door shining the night. Yeah, baby, they say nights are white when they're coming down the line. They're running just in time, you got to be ready. Place on time, I know everything will be alright. I'm gonna be ready, got to be ready. Oh, when that golden door shining that night. Yeah, baby, they say lights are white when they're coming down the line. You're only just in time, you got to be ready. Better life, I'm gonna be ready, I'll be ready. I'll be riding on the wings of change, I'll find a way. I'm gonna be ready, you got to be ready. Oh, when that golden door shining the night. Yeah, baby, they say nights are white when they're coming down.
Wow. It's a cool tune, right? It really is. Nice job, man.
Thank you.
Yeah. Be ready. I listened to it for the first time. I was like, wow, this is a really cool tune, you know. It's got bluesy, but it's kind of got a little rocky thing going on in there, you know. So, you know, nice work.
Thank you. Thank you.
Very nice work, yeah. So, when you start a song, you know, what do you start with? Lyrics, melodies, you know, chords. How do you construct it? What's your way?
I would say it starts mainly from a melody. Sometimes it's just a chord progression, you know, you're just kind of noodling around, something sounds cool. I guess I approach it from different angles, you know, maybe you can put like a loop on with some drums and start playing with it. But a lot of my stuff comes from, I guess, like writing something and then putting it to music, or making the music and the melody and then trying to fit it to words. It really is different depending on which song it is. But
Right.
yeah.
When do you feel like you've got it? At what point do you feel, okay, I think this is a real song? You know, where do you, you know, how far into it do you got to go to where you feel like, okay, this is for real?
I think if it's got like a strong melody and and if the lyrics feel like they resonate with me, then I like continue on with it. Sometimes I put stuff like on the shelf for a long time, like that tune that I played, Devil's Gonna Follow Me. I had that for like 10 years, maybe just the chorus.
Sure.
And then I finished it up right before that blues challenge. So that kind of gave me inspiration to finish that tune that I had like in the back for so long, you know. But now it's got like new life to it, so.
Right. Have you ever doubted your path? I mean, like, okay, you know, I'm going to be a musician. This is what I want to do for a life, you know, for my lifetime. Have you ever doubted it? Have you, you know, had to kind of like, you know, get yourself back up and motivated to continue? What was that feeling like? Because not many people have that opportunity, just so you know.
I mean, it can be hard, you know. It can be because you have to like be able to motivate yourself too, you know. And I started off playing at like Potbelly's restaurants, you know, and that like, you know, became other gigs, and I've been doing that for a really long time. And sometimes I'm like, is this the only thing I'm gonna do? So then that's why I started to put more time into the blues, because that's something I've always loved so much. So going to the jams and all that stuff was like just for fun. All of that stuff's for fun. And then I was doing my other gigs, you know, for making money and stuff like that. You know, sometimes you mix money and like your passions, and it feels like icky a little bit. And then sometimes it's just, it's just like I have ups and downs, and and definitely have doubted my choices. And it's like, is this a good like long-term goal? Because, you know, I got a wife and a kid, so I'm like,
well, you're a family man, right?
Yeah.
I mean, so yeah, you've got a wife, you got a kid, and I mean, it seems like it's balanced out for you then, huh?
oh yeah, like I've definitely considered it, and you just have those like pockets, I guess, of just like self-doubt. I think it's been years of me trying to like overcome doubt. I don't know about you as an artist, but I think doubt can be the biggest like suppressor sometimes, or just like, you know, keep you down a little bit. But once you start kind of even just like a little bit believing that you can do it, you know, different things happen.
Right. No, makes sense. Yeah.
So I just try to find those little like things of light coming in.
Little motivating pieces that just keeps driving you forward, right?
Yeah. And I've had a really supportive family. Like my mom and dad let me kind of choose what I wanted, and they've always supported
no, you
the
don't.
music.
You got to go to college. You got to do this. None of that came around.
No, no. I mean, there's like, if you wanted to go to school, just as long as we were doing something good, you know.
Right.
Not
But I did read
into,
that you were accepted to Berkeley, weren't you?
Yeah. I got accepted, and then I think there was that like doubt. I was a little scared, honestly, and I was like, I looked at how much money it was. That was another thing. I was like, I want to go to community college. And then if I, you know, but if I never did that, I wouldn't have gone the route of just like playing, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I think I can. That's how I started playing Potbelly. I started playing different restaurants and stuff. I kind of just figured out my own way, I guess. But there are times where I'm like, man, I wish I knew like X, Y, and Z. I probably be at a different level if I went to that school.
Right, right.
But these are just random thoughts.
Well,
know
you
what
say that because I read that somewhere along the line you thought you'd be some kind of an artist or something too, right? Like you said, you like comic books and you like the Marvel and
Oh, yeah.
all that kind of stuff. So that would probably been your other path, right? Most likely, or
Yeah, probably, probably.
yeah,
Something creative.
sure,
something.
sure,
Yeah.
yeah, falls in the artist category, I guess, right? So yeah, cool. So. How do you balance making music with, like, what you really love as far as the music that you love, and then having to perform maybe at shows that maybe you got to learn songs that you're not always keen on them, I guess. How do you kind of work that? I mean, what's your
The blues has been a good way to balance for me. You know what I'm saying? So I got a lot of gigs that maybe I've been playing the songs a very long time. Sometimes you got to learn stuff for a private gig or a wedding or something, and those are great. And I'm able to make money doing that stuff. But I'd honestly take a blues gig like for really low pay just to do it because it's makes me feel good.
Sure.
So I think the blues has helped me balance. Like once I started pursuing more blues, I felt a little bit more like, okay, I'm doing this to, just to support, just to have something, and at the same time do the blues thing. And they're kind of like evening. I'm starting to get more gigs in the blues scene and stuff like that. And then,
Right. Well, you're starting to get recognized, and people are starting to know who you are. That's great, man. So, how about the social media piece? How does that work? I mean, how active are you with that?
I'm very bad with it, horrible with it. My wife helps me out with it once in a while when she wants to.
Right.
But no, she's helped me out a lot with getting organized. I'm not a very organized person, and I think sometimes you have to plan ahead for a lot of that stuff. But I'm working on it. It can be done. Be done. But it's definitely like a different beast. I feel like a caveman sometimes, even though I'm, but yeah, you look at this, how do they do that? I don't know.
Well, and being an independent artist, it almost requires it nowadays, to be able to get your name out there and right. And
it definitely helps. We're in that age where you can reach a lot of people. But me myself, it's hard to get into it.
Sure.
But I know it's important nowadays. For sure.
Absolutely. But you'll have at some point that level where you have somebody that you can pay to do it.
Oh yeah.
All right.
That's the goal. Honestly,
just think that way. All right, we're gonna get to the next song that you've got. This one you actually did here in the studio. And by the way, we're at Rec Room Studios in Des Plaines. Eric back there doing the sound. So thank you, Eric.
Thank you.
Great acoustic performance that you did here. Apparently, we're going to grace this audience with something brand new, something that you really hadn't done in the past, right?
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
Let's see. I've had this song for, like I was mentioning, over 10 years. I had the hook for it, and it's just always been a nice. It's just always popping in my head, and it was also the way slower feel, almost like a Delta blues feeling.
Okay.
I may release a version like that, but this one ended up coming out the way it did, and I wrote new lyrics to it and became fresh again.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's pretty much about how, bad things follow you around, whether it's temptations or certain type of people or, just temptations everywhere. It's kind of about that and trying to. You just kind of see it. You can't really avoid it. So that's what it.
Try to avoid it. Right. Okay. And the name of the song is?
It's called "The Devil's Gonna Follow Me."
Devil's Gonna Follow Me. Well, everybody, let's listen to Paolo Apuli singing "The Devil's Gonna Follow Me" acoustically. Enjoy it.
in trouble. He's working on the double, got temptation and frustration. Ain't no room for patience, get you lying, denying, cheating and stealing, fussing and fighting. Natural born sinner, whatever he can do to get closer to you, you can bet your bottom dollar that's what he's gonna do. I know the devil's gonna follow me. I know the devil's gonna follow me. Wherever I go, he's gonna be. I know the devil's gonna follow me. Worries and problems, sure enough you got 'em. Anxieties and stress gon' make your life a mess. In the shadows he's laughing, out of sight, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. You better watch out, you better know what's real before you shake the hand and you're making deals. I know the devil's gonna follow me. I know the devil's gonna follow me. Wherever I go, he's gonna be. I know the devil's gonna follow me. The devil's gonna follow me. I know the devil's gonna follow me. Wherever I go, he's gonna be. I know the devil's gonna follow me. Follow me. I know the devil. I know the devil's gonna follow me. Follow me. I know the devil's gonna. I know the devil. Follow me, I know the devil's gonna follow me. I know the devil's gonna follow me. Wherever I go, follow me. I know the devil's gonna follow me.
So, Paolo, I know we may have kind of touched on it in the past, but or in this last conversation here. But who are some of the artists that shaped your sound early on? Like the sound that you use. Is there any artist that's kind of shaped how you perform and how you actually work your craft?
Yeah. There's a few. A lot of guitar players. Stevie Ray Vaughan, John Mayer, Eric Clapton, Hendrix, Robin Ford.
Okay.
I could go on with guitar players.
Okay.
I mean, Buddy Guy, obviously, Muddy Waters, B.B. King,
Okay.
all the Kings, Albert King. Saying it's gonna go. This is a long list.
Sure.
So
you've kind of blended a lot of things that you've heard from these musicians and kind of incorporate them into your sound.
Yeah, and I've been into like pop music growing up too, so I think there's that element in my sound too. But yeah, different singer-songwriters. I like Tedeschi Trucks Band a lot. It's like more modern band.
Yeah.
Gary Clark Jr. Who else? There's really good. Marcus King.
And what do you feel it's done? In other words, you feel like your chords, your chord structures, your leads. How does it? What do you think has kind of brought most of it out? The lead guitar.
Definitely with the guitar playing. Yeah, a lot of influence with, like I said, like all those different guys, Clapton and all the ones that you can put in that circle. So I've listened to a lot of like early Clapton
Right,
and
right.
like
How about your vocals?
vocals. Backstreet Boys.
Okay.
No, I grew up listening to like pop music and stuff.
Right,
so
right, right.
when
Bye, or is that NSYNC? I don't know.
That's NSYNC, but them too.
Well, I had two daughters. So,
Oh yeah,
you know.
we grew up listening to all that. Yeah, '90s pop was the best, and yeah. Well, then I eventually got into more blues. You know, when I was like picking out my dad's CD.
Right,
But yeah, that's what we gravitated towards
Okay.
when we were younger.
So that's your vocal start. You started
yeah.
kind of getting your vocals honed with that, huh?
Yeah, a little
Okay.
bit, you know. But you know what? My mom and dad, they actually would karaoke a lot. So my dad was a really good singer. I always thought he was like the best singer I know. But he would karaoke all the time.
Okay.
So I think a lot of that came to us. That just like we could just sing and
Sure.
yeah.
I've embarrassed my kids quite a few times doing that. So
Yeah, my dad would be up like 2 a.m. You hear him just like singing karaoke. I'm like, okay.
right, that's
But
funny.
that's how we grew up.
So music-wise, what are you listening to nowadays that some people might not even expect?
BTS. I like K-pop.
Okay.
I listen to that. Blackpink. Those guys.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that music a lot. Disney songs. I mean, because I got a 2-year-old, so
Okay.
I've
So
got
those are really
I've got
starting to
very
drill into your head now, huh?
Yes, Beauty and the Beast. But I love the music. The music's so good.
Yeah. Well, one of my favorites is Under the Sea.
Oh
you
yes.
know? So yeah.
Yeah, we haven't tapped into the Little Mermaid yet, but when
Right,
she does, you know,
right,
we're gonna.
right. That's
I'm
funny.
sure we're gonna be listening to it like 1,000 times.
That's funny. But you know what? It is still music, right?
It's
And
great music. I
there's-
don't hate on it. I
Right,
honestly
right.
love a lot of the Disney tunes, and the movies too.
Yeah. No, believe me.
Yeah.
I watch my share. Believe me. Yeah. So it's funny. So where do you see your music evolving within the next few years? I mean, how do you see? You know, what's the goal for your trajectory?
I would like to continue to play more blues with the full band, pump out more original music, and start, you know, playing here in Illinois, playing wherever we can. Start like really getting the band out there and the name out there with original music.
Sure.
You know,
Okay.
do less of the, you know, working jobs that I've been doing and more of the, just like that project, the Paolo Apuli
People come to
project.
see you, right?
Right.
In other words, there's my music, and they're coming to see you. That's
Yes.
that's where you're headed, right? So,
Yeah, that's
So yeah.
that's where I'd like it to be,
All right,
and
well.
what we've been working at.
You know what? And that's, you know, any musician, right? I mean, that should be your goal, you know, to you know, have people enjoy your music and, you know, really kind of get a almost like a good following with your music, you know. So I see it happening, man. I mean, you got good stuff.
All right,
So,
appreciate that.
Yeah. And I guess with that said, I mean, what does success look like? I guess that would be success, right?
Yeah, I guess there's different ways. I feel honestly right now I feel successful now, you know, because I have, you know, my family, which is number one. I'm still able to play music and provide for my family and have time for them and stuff. So for me, that's great. Everything else is like a cherry on top. So the blues
Sure.
music and all that stuff is very close to my heart, but yeah, my family's number one, and then everything else is, you know, just
Absolutely.
the cherry on top.
Absolutely.
You know, so
Yeah. Yeah, no, anytime a musician can say that they're paying their bills and they're providing for their family, I mean, that is success for sure. So
yeah, it's like I got
so-
gigs. I'm like not making money. I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah.
But yeah, I've been doing it for, like I said, like almost 20 years.
That's great.
Yeah, just
Yeah, that's
independent. So
That's great. Now, you grew up where in
Mundelein.
Mundelein?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. So then that's where you kind of started playing music up in Mundelein area? Or?
More like there's like Vernon Hills, Deerfield.
Okay.
They had the Potbellies over there. There's a few other ones
Sure.
there. So I started playing at the Vernon Hills one, which led to another one. I was doing like a Potbellies tour.
Okay.
And then that became like my I was like this is the one I'm gonna
Sure,
do. Like,
sure.
just
But
keep
that-
doing this.
That let you
Yeah.
hone the craft, right?
Yeah,
Kinda let
it
you,
still
like-
does. You know, it's a good practice, and
Right.
like you said, you're kind of just sharpening
Sure,
stuff.
absolutely. Well, cool, man. I'm going to ask you a couple fun questions here, at least you know, maybe for the audience to
right.
you know, listen in on a couple things that maybe they wouldn't expect from a Paolo Apuli. You know, what's a non-music skill that people around you would be surprised by, that you would just say, okay, I've got the skill, and nobody's like, whoa.
Yeah. I can draw pretty decently. So
Okay,
like when I was a
alright.
kid, I wanted to be like cartoonist or make some comics and stuff like
So
that.
I think I hit that one earlier, right? I kind of beat you to that, right?
Yeah,
After,
yeah.
from what I read. So, okay.
Yeah, so that when I was a kid, that was my number one thing, was just like drawing superheroes and like anime and stuff like that. And yeah, I could do random cartoons. I would just make like different cartoons and things, and yeah, I did it for a long time, and then eventually music took over, and
Right,
that
right.
became my next obsession.
But I'm sure you'll be able to use that with your 2-year-old daughter, right?
Oh,
And
yeah,
start
yeah.
doing little cartoons and stuff, right?
Oh yeah, she thinks I'm the best artist. I'm just like I'm about to draw the dog.
All right, so let's give the audience some ideas as to how to find you, how to book you, how to basically get to know a little more about you, whether it's your website or social links and things like that. So let
Yeah,
them
they
know.
can find me, social media, Facebook, all that stuff. My website's paoloapuli.com, and I got an Instagram and stuff you could follow over there and see the show dates and stuff like that. So that'd be the best place to check me out.
Okay, great. And also introduce this last song. This is another song that we actually were graced with the video from the Windy City Society Blues Challenge. It's the third song on this whole set here that we have in this episode. Talk about that song.
There's a song called "Living Your Life This Way," and it's basically about someone who talking to somebody who's just like, gone through like depression, addiction, like all the different, like just doing things that are not healthy for them, and like no matter what you say to this person, no matter how many times they're gonna say they want to change and stuff like that, they just keep on doing it, and there's that point where you just gotta just let it be, because you can't fix everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
So living your life this way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you're living it great, man. So pleasure having you here today. We're going to close out with this tune. But yeah, hope to see you out there in, all kinds of venues and doing big things. So
Awesome,
we
man.
appreciate you coming out to us today, Paolo. And yeah, lots of luck to you, man.
Of course,
Okay?
my pleasure. Thanks so much for having me.
Of course. So viewers out there for Shy Music Live, we're going to do this last tune for Paolo. And in the meantime, make sure that you subscribe. And stay tuned for us, because we've got all kinds of good stuff coming at you. So see you next time. Take care.
Something, Joey.